There is a reason The Godfather is still studied more than 50 years after its release. It's not just a crime film. It's a story about power, loyalty, and the psychology of leadership. One of its most famous ideas is captured in the line,
"Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer."
whether you're leading a business, competing in life, or studying strategy, the message is the same. The greatest threats are often the ones you fail to understand. This connects closely with law number 2 from Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. But to understand this law, we first have to understand Michael Corleone. Michael Corleone's biggest advantage. At the beginning of The Godfather, Michael isn't interested in power. He wants a normal life. He believes he can stay separate from the family business, but everything changes after the attack on his father. Michael realizes something that every great strategist eventually learns. The world isn't divided into good people and bad people. It's divided by interests. Everyone has something they want. Some want power, some want money, some want revenge. And if you don't understand those motivations, you'll always be reacting instead of leading. Why friends can become dangerous. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing friendship guarantees loyalty. Robert Greene argues that friends can become jealous because they compare themselves to you. The closer someone is, the easier it is for resentment to grow when your success surpasses theirs. That doesn't mean every friend will betray you. It means trust should be earned continuously, not assumed forever. Michael Corleone rarely makes decisions based on emotions. He watches, he listens, he waits. He studies people before he acts. That patience becomes one of his greatest weapons. Why understanding your enemies matters. Now think about the famous line,
"Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer."
the point isn't to become paranoid, it's to become informed. If you understand your enemy's goals, fears, and habits, they become far less unpredictable. Michael doesn't ignore his rivals. He studies them. He learns how they think. He anticipates their next move before they make it. In strategy, information is often more valuable than force. The real lesson. Many viewers think Michael wins because he's ruthless. But that's only part of the story. His real advantage is discipline. He rarely allows anger to make decisions for him. He doesn't reveal every emotion. He observes before he reacts. That is what makes him dangerous. Power often belongs to the person who understands people better than they understand themselves. What we can learn. Most of us will never run a crime family, but we all deal with competition. At work, in business, in relationships, in everyday life. The lesson isn't to treat everyone like an enemy. It's to recognize that people are driven by incentives, emotions, and self-interest. Judge people by consistent actions, not by promises or appearances. Understand your competitors instead of dismissing them, and never let comfort blind you to reality. Conclusion. The Godfather isn't teaching us to distrust everyone, it's teaching us to stay aware. Robert Greene's law number 2 isn't about choosing enemies over friends. It's about avoiding blind trust and understanding the motivations of everyone around you. Power comes from observation. Wisdom comes from understanding human nature. And sometimes, the person who sees the entire board wins the game before anyone else realizes it's being played.